Restaurant in the Whittier neighborhood at 26th and Lindale. Nightingale has patio, dining room, and bar seating available. Plus, they still have takeout and delivery. Their menu has lots of delicious options like the famous Nightingale burger and fries, ginger tamari chicken wings, smoked chicken liver pate, and more. They're open from 5 p.m. to 1 a.m. daily with their full menu until midnight. So make the friendly neighborhood Nightingale your go-to restaurant in South Minneapolis. Place an order, make a reservation, and more at nightingalempls.com.
Hi, this is Laura. Listen to Food Freedom Radio every Saturday at 8 a.m. or anytime via podcast. Our individual health is connected to the health of each other and connected to the health of the earth. We know the problems with the dominant food system: climate change, deadening soils, nitrates in the water, factory farming, injustice, concentration of wealth. How do we both as individuals and as a community step up and support a living food system which honors the earth? Tune to Food Freedom Radio every Saturday at 8 a.m. and remember to support your independent farmers.
With your AM 950 weather, I'm Brett Johnson. Look for showers and storms tonight with a low around 61, Thursday sunny with a high near 76, and Friday sunny with a high around 83. Create unforgettable meals that are sure to impress with vinaigrette. From extra virgin olive oils to balsamic vinegars, fused extra virgin olive oils to white balsamic vinegars and wine vinegars, Vinaigrette has it all. Independently owned since 2009, find Vinaigrette at 50th and Xerxes in Minneapolis or at vinaigrettemn.com.
Portions of the following program may be pre-recorded.
The views expressed and the opinions given by the individual host, guest, random reptoid, or chupacabra may not necessarily reflect those of AM 950 Radio, its affiliates, or its sponsors. Now, it's time to step into the unknown. There are things people experience but never talk about. A shadow moving in the corner, flickering of the lights, a disembodied voice. We invite you to talk with us. Share your story, share your experience, because this isn't just your story. This is our story. This is GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun.
And this is GhostBox Radio on AM 950, where every night we talk about the paranormal, ufology, Bigfoot, and so much more. My name is Greg Bakun, and thank you very much for joining me tonight. You know, before we get started, I do have to say, I don't know what's going on, but driving in tonight in particular, and I've seen this recently also, is I'm coming in from the Maple Grove area. I'm taking 94 down to Eden Prairie. And one thing I know about that area is I need to go basically the speed limit, because there's some friends waiting for you if you speed, and they're gonna want to have a word with you, maybe ask you for some money and give you tickets. So I'm very particular about that. And most nights, especially coming back after midnight, I see about 3 cop cars pulling people over and whatnot. So I'm very careful, and I actually set my my cruise control to just the right kind of speed there. Tonight, though, I think I must have accidentally driven onto a racetrack instead of actually driving my normal route to work, because here we are. I'm going over the speed limit. I'm going about 6 miles over the speed limit. I know it's not like I'm going crazy over here. I couldn't keep up with anybody. I don't know what was going on. I looked. It's not the Indy 500. I don't know. I'm still in Minnesota. I'm not on the Autobahn. I don't know what's happening here, but my gosh, I just was like, I can't, no matter how much I tried. I mean, they just were swerving around me. They're going around me. And I don't know. Is this a sign of age? I don't know what's going on here. I don't like it. That's all I know. I don't like it one bit, but you know, I feel like that the time that I do keep up with them, that's when my friends, the local police officers, will pull me over, I'm sure, and we'll have a fantastic conversation about speed. And I'm not looking forward to that. So I'm trying to be very careful over here. So if you all running into that, is that something you're all experiencing as well? Because I am personally, I don't know. It seems like when every time I do this, that I'm the one that's the slowest of the pack, and it just bothers me. So I really just needed to get that off my chest. But you know what makes up for it? Tonight is one question readings, and I love these nights because I love hearing what people have questions about. I love hearing what sort of answers come out and what we find out. And tonight I am very excited because I have a guest on tonight who's going to be doing the readings. They're going to be doing tarot readings that is going to be really cool. We've had them on the show before, but we've never asked them to do any readings. And the last time that they were on, I asked them, would you do one question readings? And they said yes, and I've kind of held them to it. So tonight we have on with us Lily McNamara. And Lily, how are you tonight?
I am doing great. It has just started raining over here, and I think that is very funny considering what we were talking about earlier, having the weather just be persnickety with us. But I mean, I think it's great. I think the heat is finally over, and that makes my very, very pale face so happy. So happy.
I mean, pale works on you, first of all. Okay. It's kind of like a China look to it, like, made out of China. I just look like I should like be laying in a coffin or something. But the thing about that though is that I normally every summer I'm out doing walks, like big long walks, and I just let the sun give me some color and whatnot. But that did not happen this year. I got out only a couple times, and it shows. It's just like, that's why I have the lights down in here, so it gives me the impression of looking like I'm alive, and that's all there is to it. So first of all, Lily, let's just kind of talk a little bit about you. If you offer readings as well, and for people to get readings from you, is it lilyofthelight.com?
Yes, that is the easiest way to do it. You can schedule right on the homepage. And depending upon how long your issue is or your concerns, or quite frankly, how long you want to talk, it's 15, 30, 60, or 90-minute sessions.
Very nice. Very nice. And that, I mean, I find it amazing for, especially if there's people out there who are just like, I don't know if this is real or not. I just got out of an event this last weekend where, quite frankly, the stuff that mediums that were there were coming up with, it's impossible for them to know. It's impossible. And it is so, I just love it. It just gives me so many chills and stuff. And I'm really hoping that, the purpose why we do these is to help people with, simple questions. If you want something to do with mediumship, like how's grandma doing, then you go to lilyofthelight.com and you set up a reading with them, and they will help you with that. But tonight it's questions like, am I going to find a new job this year? How's the house hunting going to go? We keep it very simple. And also, before we get into anything, just know too, I don't want to see questions about politics. I don't want to see questions about like medical, because Lily is not a doctor, and we just don't want to go into questions like that. And like I said, mediumship as well. Lily, what else do you have going on right now before we get into any readings? And in the meantime, if anyone has any questions, we're not taking any calls tonight, but we are doing it through Facebook Live. If you are on GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun on Facebook, AM 950 Radio on Facebook, Things Network on Facebook, put your question into the comments, or AM 950 Radio on Twitter, and GhostBox Radio on YouTube. What else do you have going on, Lily?
It has just been the beginning of my busy season, actually. August is when things really kick up into high gear. And so for me, in like Lily of the Light world, the Samhain Symposium is on October 28th at the Crown Plaza in Plymouth. And that is a pagan event with a sprinkling of spirituality. I absolutely love it. We're going to have entertainment this year with Norse folklore, as well as a fire ritual. That would be the big thing that I'm like, working the most on that I'm really excited about.
And this is the second Samhain Symposium, right?
Yes.
And it's because we had you on last year. You were talking about we were trying to help promote the first one, and I still feel bad because we didn't really do a good job helping you with that. But hopefully this year we can help you more, because this stuff is important and it's really cool. It's really cool to check out. And, we've talked about this before, Lily. What I like about your events and any event that you're a part of, but especially the Samhain Symposium, is that you really think about the attendees and how to make it a really fun and also informative event.
Yes, it's all about diversity. There is this quote that actually, like, the event kind of is based off of, and I'm sure I've told you this 100 times by now, but it's for the listeners who have not heard it yet. There is a famous quote that says, "A good library has something to offend everybody." And that's the event I want. I want so much diversity that no matter who goes, there's something there that they've never seen, and they're going, "Oh," and that they feel safe to explore that. Because, I mean, if we're being honest, how many people have you met who haven't felt comfortable exploring paranormal because they weren't provided a space for it?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And just to piggyback on that, this last weekend, I had a table at this Maria Shaw event, and I had a number of people, a couple in a row actually, stop by, and they said, we know that there's paranormal teams in the city, but your way of doing it is what we've been looking for. And that's not a disparagement of anybody else, because there's plenty who enjoy the other teams as well. And it's not about us and them anyway. But the thing is that they are just like, we feel like that this is what we connect with.
Yes. And I think with paranormal and spirituality, and with your readers and everyone, please remember to bop in your questions as they come up, is that your style matters and who you resonate with matters. And it's like, it's not that anyone is better or worse than the others, but I mean, going to a paranormal event with Greg is, to me, so much more powerful and just like intimate, even in big settings. But that's because that's your style. And that's something that people resonate with and honor. So like your events, I view as being unique in that way. And I always appreciate that.
Well, thank you very much. And we're going to have you on again to when we get into September to talk more about the Samhain Symposium, because we want to really help drive people there, because honestly, we have an audience for it. People love to explore new things and new concepts, and it's what it's like, Lily. They are looking for something they didn't know existed in their life, but you are providing it through this symposium.
Yes, and it's fabulous. I love that it's all inclusive. So like when you buy your ticket, you get lunch and the psychic gallery, everything that every other event charges more for. No, it's all in the low ticket price. Don't worry. And that honestly was for me. I'm like, I want this to be as easy as possible, not just for the attendees, but for me. Because I mean, it's stressful. Like, who wants more stress? No, this event is meant to be fun.
Yeah, exactly. And that's just it too. I mean, as we're coming up on an event starting Friday, and it's just all, the one thing that I had been talking with Shar about, Shar had been talking with me about, I've been talking to other people about our event that we're doing with Dave Schrader, honestly, is not cheap. It's people are investing their money into what our vision is. And it's the same with you, with what your vision is. And they have faith in us that we're going to deliver an incredible time for them. And that's stressful in the sense, because they're not saying that to me. I'm not getting phone calls in the middle of the night. It's like, "Hey, Bakun, this better be good." But it's and that would be Dave Schrader doing that, actually. But it's more of we put our own expectations out there, don't we? It's these events are a reflection of us. This is a reflection of you, and you want people to see us for what we are.
Yes. And I think for both of our flavors of events, we have incredibly high standards that we put on ourselves to serve the community. And I think that also like sets the events apart, that you can tell when you walk into one of our events that it's like, oh, they are here just to serve us and make sure that we're having a good time and that there's space to discover whatever you're meant to discover, whether it's spirits or spirituality or anything. That's just something that you can just tell is a focus.
Absolutely. And so I'm excited. And I think this year I have to make sure I get out there, because I didn't last year. I didn't have the opportunity, and that's my own fault. But I really need to see what it is. And, it's amazing. There is a lot of conventions over at that Crown Plaza. That seems to be quite the hotbed for conventions. And, I've never I tell a lie. I did actually go in there back in the early 90s when we were trying to get a Doctor Who convention off the ground, but I haven't been in there since. So, but it seems like that seems to be a very conducive space for a convention.
It's conducive because of the space. Like, it can seem disjointed, but if you have an entire event, it makes a lot of sense. And then also, quite frankly, the staff is used to freaks, geeks, and weirdos. And let's be honest, those are my people.
Yeah, I mean,
and so it makes it so much easier than doing it with a hotel staff, that it's like, oh, pagans, or oh, paranormal, or they're just like, oh yeah, come in the wizarding outfit, bring the staff, it's fine. I love those staffs. Yes.
Absolutely. And too, I mean, I don't know if they do this here, but at some conventions that have a long-standing relationship with the conventions and hotels together, like the hotel staff will wear T-shirts or something for the convention. It feels like there's a connectivity that that everyone's in this together, I guess.
Yes. The Crown Plaza in Plymouth, if the organization provides the shirts, they will have the staff wear them all weekend, including like restaurant staff. It is super fun.
That is super fun. Folks, Lily is here tonight to do one question readings. Like I said, unfortunately, we can't do them on the phone tonight, but if you have one and you're able to watch our streaming on Facebook at GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun, or AM 950 Radio, or Things Network, put your question in. There's a couple in there already, and I'm going to want one for myself, to be honest. And I can do that because I'm the host of the show. Why don't we do this, Lily? We're going to take our first break, and allows people to put some more questions in. And taking our first break, we're going to get to some one question readings. We'll talk more about what Lily has going on. There's a lot going on here. You're listening to GhostBox Radio on AM 950.
Reach your highest level of consciousness and well-being with metamorphosisconnections.com. Metamorphosisconnections.com is an online directory of the best holistic and metaphysical practitioners to help you make your most informed choices. You can search metamorphosisconnections.com for classes, events, wellness and life coaches, plus metaphysical products and shops. You can also search for a wide array of healers from all modalities, including EFT, sound healing, energy healing, light therapy, ancestral healing, shamanic healing, reflexology, past life regressions, hypnotherapy, yoga, and more. And if you're not sure where to start, the search feature on metamorphosisconnections.com is tailored to help both those who know what they are looking for and those who are just starting. Come explore the possibilities for your higher self by visiting metamorphosisconnections.com. Their experienced practitioners can guide both beginners and those that are already on their spiritual journey. That's metamorphosisconnection.com, your link to direct you on your spiritual transformation.
Hey, it's Patrick for Zero Res. Believe it or not, barely a month from now, the kids will be back in school. So while you're getting some fresh looks for your kids before they head back, make sure to get a fresh look for your home, too, with my cleaning heroes at Zero Res. Carpets, tile, rugs, upholstery, basically every surface in your home can be Zero Resified, so it's time to call the cleaning pros at Zero Res. It's also the height of the summer allergy season, so it's the perfect time to get your air ducts cleaned. Get that nasty pollen and dust that's been swirling through your air conditioner out of your home. This month from Zero Res, get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $129 and take $75 off an air duct cleaning. You owe it to yourself, your kids, and your home to get the fall off to a good start. Call Zero Res today, 9520-RES, or schedule an appointment at ZeroResMinnesota.com. Zero Res, backward or forward spells the same.
Hi, this is Ken Hageland, host of Living Healthy and Aging Well, inviting you to listen to our live call-in talk show airing every Saturday from noon to 1, where we talk about your health and your life and provide insights you need to know to live and age well. Each week, we talk with guests who provide answers to important questions regarding healthcare, elder care, end-of-life care, and self-care for caregivers, and help you and your loved ones plan for the future and enjoy your highest quality of life today. Please join us every Saturday from noon to 1 on AM 950 for Living Healthy and Aging Well.
And welcome back to GhostBox Radio on AM 950. My name is Greg Bakun. Thank you for joining me on this fabulous, apparently rainy Wednesday evening. And we have with us tonight Lily of the Light. You're gonna kill me. That's why I had to pause. I had to look because you have those like moments of brain like loss, and especially since COVID, I've had a lot of that. Don't get angry. Almost called you Lily of the Night. Okay, so
I have a story about that later. Yes,
that's something different. We can't really talk about it on an FCC station, but that's just how it works. So yeah, as you could tell, this program is going extraordinarily well tonight. So we do have a question though.
All right.
Nicole wanted to ask before we get into it. What's your favorite tarot deck, and what deck are you using tonight?
Okay, so the deck that I'm using tonight is actually the one that I started with, and it's the one I'm most familiar with. And because people will be asking questions on the fly, I wanted to use the one that's like my little baby. So This is the Gilded Tarot by Chiro, and that is the back. And I love Chiro. So years ago, I was at a huge tarot convention in New York City, and I met him, and I fangirled so hard. Like it was my Justin Timberlake moment. It was my, oh my God, it's you type thing. So it was fabulous. That is the deck that I'm using now. I love all of Chiro's decks. I don't have a favorite because each deck has its own energy and vibe. So the decks that are literally just within arm's reach of me right now is the Chiro deck that I'm using. There is the DC deck with superheroes.
Oh, how fun.
Oh yeah. We have, of course, the Pride Tarot deck, which is a collaboration of different queer artists.
Okay.
And so each card is created by different artists. And this one, the creator actually reached out to me to do, to get it and do a review on it. The Millennial Tarot, which is a whole thing. It's a mood.
What is on the cover there?
An avocado.
I thought that was an avocado. At first, I wasn't sure if it was an upside down foot. But okay, it's an avocado. Okay, we're on the same page. I haven't gone completely blind yet. That is the best part of all of this. Okay, so with that being said, folks, make sure to please put your questions in because this is great. Anytime and Lily, do you call yourself psychic medium, a medium? What do you call yourself?
So my current title is psychic spiritual advisor.
Got it.
And what I normally do with people, so we do things like this with Greg. I run events and retreats, but most of my clients are honestly on membership. So they see me every month and we help them live their best life. And they have different membership levels to work with to cater to their needs in the present moment as they grow. And so psychic spiritual advisor is my title. But when people are like, well, what kind of gifts do you have? This is what I say. I am a Swiss Army psychic. Mm-hmm. I have all the tools in the toolbox except clairaudient. I can't hear anything. And I love it. I think all gifts are beautiful. And so no matter what gifts you have, please honor them. Like, it's not like the movies where it's only clairvoyance that matters. No, it's not. Mm-mm.
I have my gift, which I really get at I get at home quite a bit because my dad comes in, is getting the scent smell. What
Yeah,
is that?
Claire Alient. And I love Claire Alient with mediumship. So mediumship, communicating with people or entities who have passed on. And it's because Claire Alient is the psychic sense of smell, and it's attached so heavily to memory that like it's easy to think and go, what was your dad's aftershave? What was grandma's apple pie? And you can like smell it and instantly who it is. Like, and we are usually so sensitive to smell that we can tell. It's like, what is that? That is new to the room.
Totally. And before we go, trust me, we are going to get to the readings. People are just like, and when's this going to start, Greg? But the thing is, I had a reading with a medium I know in Ireland named Nita, and all of a sudden I got cherry tobacco in the room, like the just strong smell. And I told her this, and she's just like, oh wow. And then it went away. And then she in Ireland's like, oh my goodness, it's coming through over here. And then it went away over there, and it came back over in my kitchen in Minnesota. I mean, that is beautiful. I mean, to me, that is beautiful. I don't know what that smell necessarily was, because it's not like my dad like smoked a cherry pipe or something, a cherry tobacco pipe or something, but it was really special. I really loved it. So let me see. Would you mind if we kick this off by me asking a question? If I may ask for a general reading, please.
Yeah, you just want a general reading. We will see what comes up for you, right? Or do you have like a question?
I don't have, well, quite frankly, I do, but I'm not going to put it on the air. So a general one would be just fine. Thank you.
All right. Let's see what lovely Greg has going on underneath the hood.
And the answer is not much. No.
We shuffle the cards and we cut them into 3 piles in case anyone's wondering what I'm doing. And it's probably getting picked up by the mic also. So like if you did that's me shuffling cards, people. I swear it's not like a laundry machine in the background.
Not yet.
Oh, girlfriend. Okay, we are starting it off. So we have Temperance, which is all about balancing mental and emotional. And so for you, the message that's coming through is getting in your own way. So why are you hesitating to do the things that you know you are meant to do or supposed? You're procrastinating too much because you're not balancing your mental and emotional. So figure out why you're not balancing your mental and emotional, and then make those decisions. You already know. You already know.
Yeah. It's been quite the year so far. Yeah.
All right. I love this for you. Oh my God. The 6 of Wands is all about getting the accolades and attention that you deserve. Everything that you've been working for, now it's going to be showcased and highlighted. And yes. And that's awesome, because you have been working really hard the past 15 months and it's all starting to turn. And so I really like that for you. This last one is all about the Ace of Pentacles. For this deck for you is about what do you need to invest in? Finite resources. So finite resources is time, energy, money. So what do you need to invest in? So either your time, energy, or money has to go somewhere. And I want you to think of like the message that's coming through is the next 5 months. So start investing now in something big for 5 months from now.
Okay. That is great. Thank you very much for that. We are doing 1-question readings with Lily McNamara. You can go to lilyofthelight.com to get a full reading. You can schedule a full reading there. You can also, so you say that you can sign up for subscription as well, right?
You can sign up for membership. So you would have your initial session, and then we would discuss what you need and what your commitment level is. Because some people just need one-offs, bless their cotton socks. Yeah. And other people are really committed to their well-being and their spiritual journey and their gifts, their psychic gifts. And those are the people that I see every month. My clients are amazing. I unashamedly say that my clients are the best. They are the most loving, compassionate, dedicated people that I've ever met, and they are truly committed to bettering themselves so that they can manifest the life that they want. And they do that through the membership. And not gonna lie, like, it's not about me. I'm a tool in their toolbox. I help. They are so fabulous. Like, when I celebrate all of their wins, like one of my clients just paid off her car, and I'm like, yay, I'm so happy for them. Like, I get extremely worked up for their successes because I'm like, you did it. And they're like, you did it. I'm like, no, it wasn't me. I just helped. You're doing it.
That's great. That is really great. And it's nice to get some positivity, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's nice. So let's go to another question. Nicole had a question. She needs to move in 2 months. Should she stay in the state that she currently is in or move out of state?
Okay. Oh. All right. So we're going to do this a little bit differently because this is an either or question. So we have stay in state, move out of state. Stay in state, we have the Emperor making decisions, being your best self, knowing what is best for you. We have the Ace of Cups, and it almost looks like you have laser focus if you were to stay, which is awesome. I love that for you. However, if you were to move out of state, we have the Lovers card. And to be clear, Lovers does not mean bow, chicka, wow, wow. It doesn't. It can, but usually it doesn't. It means partnering with someone, finding a friend, finding a soulmate type thing. But then the other card is the Nine of Swords, which is all about an anxiety-ridden journey. So in my humble psychic opinion, I'm going for the sure of yourself and laser focus of Minnesota. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm saying that out of state's going to be super hard and possibly not worth it.
So whatever state she's in, the cards are kind of leaning towards staying in that state.
Yes, stay in the state that you are in. I always say Minnesota is a default. I'm so sorry, listeners. I am born and raised in the Twin Cities, so it happens more than I care to admit.
No. I mean, who knows, right? Who knows? So absolutely, that's great. And Nicole just says, "Thank you. That was very helpful." So that's good.
Perfect.
That's good. You're reaching people. That's nice. And you also included porn music in your reading, so that was really nice too. Well done. I'm glad we were able to fit that in tonight. So, yeah.
You gotta add the extras, Greg.
No, you gotta plus this show. It's pretty dire when you're not on. Trust me. So I mean, you got to do what you got to do. And also because Lovers card doesn't necessarily mean lovers, just like Death card does not mean you're going to die.
Correct. Death is all about transformation and change, and like while it can mean a physical death, the vast majority of the time it doesn't. I have a hard time with readers who see a card and it's like, this is the one meaning of it. Oh, well, you're kind of a basic bee, aren't you? Like, the world is diverse and my clients are diverse and unique. I don't know about yours, but so no, one card cannot fit all. One meaning cannot fit all. It's a psychic tarot reading.
Right. Absolutely. Shar has written, will Lily pull a card in general? Is it better to have a question? I think that's up to Shar, right? I mean, whatever she wants to share, right?
Yeah, I can do general or specific question. It makes no difference to me unless someone wants like a specific outcome. Like,
yeah.
If you're asking about love life, don't say general. Like, say I want something about love life.
Right. You want to hear the music again, basically, if that's what it is. So maybe Shar, let us know what you would like. And in the meantime, we have time for one more before we go back to break. And KC Meditation says, "Hi, I have a question. Should I go ahead with my building project?"
Ooh. Building project. Okay, so yes and no questions are great for dowsing rods and pendulums. We absolutely can do them with tarot cards, but if you're ever at home, you can always use those tools too. So let's see Should you move forward? Okay, so right now it looks like you're between a rock and a hard place with the building project, and it's creating a lot of frustration. But psychically, what I'm getting is yes and pause. Right now, Venus is in retrograde, so emotions are running high. Mercury goes into retrograde very soon, and so take a pause and then finish and complete and work on it. Don't give yourself an end date or a timeline, because that's what's going to mess you up, not the project, but you thinking you have to do it in a specific amount of time.
It's interesting for those of us who are really embedded in this culture of energy, of healing, all this stuff. It's almost, we do a disservice if we are not checking astrological stuff, like when something goes into retrograde or whatever else, when we're planning big projects, because otherwise, what's the point of actually saying that this is important to us if we're not actually doing the due diligence?
Yeah,
help ourselves.
It's very, do you walk the walk or just talk the talk? And while we all take it serious at different levels, we should take it seriously in some way and respect it, these natural cycles that the universe goes through. If we are so sensitive, then we should respect them at the least.
Absolutely. And it's the same, we do the same thing too when we're talking about and Sharon and I just talked about this as our talk at Maria Shaw, was that if you worry about energy, like bad energy attaching itself to you, or just how energy works when you're doing paranormal investigations. But the thing is, if you're going to protect yourself when you're going into paranormal investigation, why wouldn't you protect yourself going into a supermarket? You know what I mean? I mean,
yep.
Why does it only work? Why do we only put on that hat when we are, investigating, or we are doing, a Reiki session or something like that? It should be top of mind all the time.
Spirits are everywhere. Energy is everywhere. And like, houses can be haunted and have a lot of activity. Yeah. Absolutely. But yeah, I think it's everywhere. Like, a spirit can be anywhere.
Absolutely. And you don't necessarily, average person may never know. The spirit may never have any interaction with you because they just want to exist somewhere. And your house is it. Trust me, you have someone in your house. I'm joking halfway, but I'm not, because as I've always said, that I believe that spirits are truly everywhere. So,
oh yeah, I don't think you've met my cat yet. I had a cat move in 2 years ago, and it's a cat spirit. It jumps up on my bed, and it's a scraggly little scrapper of a thing. But no, I have a spirit of a cat. I have a pet. It is a spirit.
I love it. Lily, why don't we do this? Let's take another break here. When we come back, get your questions in. We have one on deck here. We have time for plenty more. Get your questions in. Lily would love to answer them. You're listening to GhostBox Radio on AM 950.
If you own a holistic or metaphysical business and are looking to expand, then you need to be listed on metamorphosisconnections.com. It's a network where you can grow with like-minded practitioners and reach new clients. Metamorphosisconnections.com is an online directory you need to list yourself and your business. Our platform makes it easy for you to create listings of your products and services, and you can also choose to list your classes, events, and so much more. Metamorphosisconnections.com helps you create weekly and monthly promotional ads targeted towards your potential clients and promotes them for you via social media and newsletter. There are clients searching for your specialty right now. Let us help them find you. Start your listing today so you can share your own unique gifts and talents by finding the level of membership that best fits your needs. Let us help you reach your clients that are searching for what you do. Visit metamorphosisconnections.com and sign up today.
Eat Local Minnesota is a great way to find locally owned Minnesota restaurants and food purveyors. You'll find high-quality food and unique eating experiences with dishes from around the world. Just visit eatlocalminnesota.com for your next meal. Crooner Supper Club invites you to Maggie's Lounge, an exciting new bar lounge. It's open Wednesdays through Sundays beginning at 4:30 for cocktails and light fare. And you don't need a ticket to enjoy the great atmosphere of Maggie's. So stop by Crooner Supper Club off Moore Lake and Highway 65 for dinner, drinks, and live music from both big-name local and national artists. Cafe Latte combines a cafe dining experience with gourmet quality food. Plus, you can still do online ordering and takeout along with gift cards. Just go to cafelatte.com and choose from their ever-changing selection of award-winning salads, sandwiches, and soups. Cafe Latte is located off Victoria and Grand and online at cafelatte.com.
With your AM 950 weather, I'm Brett Johnson. Look for partly cloudy skies tonight with a low around 61, Thursday sunny with a high near 76, and Friday sunny with a high around 83. Vinaigrette is locally owned and has been offering the finest olive oils and vinegars since 2009. They have everything from darker white balsamic to cold-pressed extra virgin olive oils from all over the world. Vinaigrette is located at 50th and Xerxes in Minneapolis or at vinaigrettemn.com.
And join me tomorrow on GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun as we are going to have a conversation with Tom Conwell. He's a ufologist, and the name might sound familiar to some of you if you've been listening to the show. We had talked with Anna Maria Manalo about a few weeks ago, talking about her newest book that she co-wrote with Tom Conwell, The Night Visitants. And we got her side of how she went about writing that book. We talk about that with Tom. We're also going to be talking about just his close association with aliens and the messages that he gets. It's going to be a fantastic conversation. Definitely, please join us for that. Friday, we're going to do either a casual Friday or we're going to pull something from the archive. I am going to be in Wabasha on Friday for our event with Dave Schrader. I don't know if I mentioned that. I mean, we've only been talking about it for about 6 months. It's finally here. And Monday, I'm not sure if I'm going to be back. I might take that night off as well to kind of get myself acclimated back to civilization. But we'll be back Tuesday with another great week of wonderful, wonderful radio. We have Lily McNamara with us tonight. They're doing one question readings for us. And just put your question into the comments. We have a couple and want to get to them. And, first of all, I just like it, Lily, when you are showing the deck, you're showing us the cards because they're beautiful cards.
They are. Chiro is amazing. He has many decks. So something you may not know is that readers, we have decks for people, but then we have like a deck for ourselves that we only use on us. So Tarot of Dreams is his deck that I use just on me. And so that's how much I love his artwork, is that the one deck that I use for myself is his too.
I've heard some mediums say that they cannot read themselves. Are you able to do pretty accurate readings for yourself?
So here is the truth about readers, the dirty, dirty truth. Everyone ready?
Yeah.
We are not infallible. We are not perfect.
What?
We have blind spots. I know. I am not perfect. Can you imagine? It's just
I can't, and I refuse to accept this.
I know. And so the thing is that we have blind spots, and with clients, we're connecting with your soul, and so we can read you accurately. With ourselves, we have blind spots. Mine is actually with my love life. I am fairly blind. And I actually had to go and get a astrology reading, got our charts done and compared and stuff today, because I was like, I just don't know. And so I went and I'm like, I just take the wheel. I can't do it. So I actually had to have a reading for myself based on that. But yeah, I do a reading for myself every week. Some readers do it every day, like pull daily cards.
Yeah. And the thing is, I mean, the sad story, and I have a sad story to share because I understand the blind spots. I used to date a psychic medium, and she was very close to her aunt, who was also a psychic medium. Her aunt went into the hospital and was like sick, but she wasn't sure how things were going to go. And she asked for a reading from her niece to do a reading about her health and stuff. And this person came back and with all love and tension said that you're going to be fine. You're going to make it out of the hospital. Well, unfortunately, this person passed away. And I just remember this medium being, obviously so upset and just questioning and just like, how did I not see this? How did I not see this? The idea of a blind spot, you can't know everything, can you? I mean, especially about yourself. You can't, it's like you can't just jump to the end of the book and just find out the answer. That's just not how life works, right?
Right. And the other question is, are you too close to the situation? Is your energy muddling the reading? I had a reading last month that was amazing until I discovered that the reader was like projecting her situation onto the reading. And so it was completely inaccurate because it wasn't even about me. And so like you can be too close, your energy can be muddled, and that can definitely alter a reading. So my suggestion is always like, oh yeah, go to your friends. It's super fun. But to do like serious stuff, you could be too close. Get a professional.
Yeah, no, I tend not to go to, and I have some very good friends who do readings and are extraordinarily gifted. But to your point, I always go to people that I don't know as well, might still be friends with, but not like that.
Yeah.
Just to be on the safe side. So we have Shar who would like a general reading, and I'd like to ask again, folks, and you're all shy tonight. I see you out there. If anyone has a reading or they'd like a question answered by Lily using the tarot cards, this is a great opportunity to do so. Otherwise, we're just going to find out what her favorite color is. I mean, it's as simple as that. So Shar is looking for a general pull, please.
All right.
You can speak slowly. Just know, like, she.
And that is, Greg is right. So for those of you who have not seen me on this show before, or have not seen me at events, I talk really fast. And the reason is because I get super excited about this. I love it. This is my life's purpose. This is my dream come true. I have an amazing existence. And so I get really hyped up and talk fast. So yes, people will on a regular basis be like, did someone put a quarter in you? Why the speed? Is it timed? So
is it, do you have to pay more if you talk longer? I mean, just for yourself, Yeah, no, I honestly, I love the energy because, people at 10:51 p.m. are going to bed and you are ensuring that they don't go to bed for quite some time. So yeah, no, it's good.
It's like holding jumper cables. It's fabulous. Just wakes you up a little.
Hold on, folks. Lily's talking.
Exactly. All right. So I'm actually kind of liking this. I'm loving this balance for Shar. We have the Empress, which is all about feminine energy, intuition, locking into that nurturing side naturally. But then the next card is legit the exact opposite, the Emperor. These two cards are like friends. They hold hands. They're right next to each other in the deck. So you're balancing the assertiveness and the logic and the raw power of the Emperor with the nurturing intuition of the Empress. So it seems like you need to be making more decisions with your intuition but you have to make those decisions and then take actionable steps with the Emperor. So use your intuition first for these like really big practical decisions that you're going to make. And then we have the Seven of Swords, or not. Wands. Wow. Wands. Those are wands, not swords. That would be a very different
appearance on GhostBox Radio, right? No.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Seven of Wands is defending yourself and the decisions that you're making with your Emperor and Empress. And honestly, that can be really difficult for people when they get challenged, that they start second guessing. Don't second guess yourself. You know your intuition's on point. You know you're making the right decisions for yourself. As long as they're ethical, I mean, there's nothing to second guess. So if outside forces are making you second guess, that is their problem, not yours. Ever. Like, You do not need to justify the decisions that you're making with your intuition to anyone, unless it directly involves them, like deciding what toppings to put on a pizza. Then yes, please explain to me why the anchovies had to go on. But other than that, no.
Wow, that's great. You know, and you know, thank you to my listeners who, with 6 minutes left, they start pouring in with the questions. So do you think we can fit at least 2 more in the next 6 minutes?
Yes.
All right. So Lynette, who says that you're very spunky, and Lynette loves it. And I do too. I joke about it, but I really do too. It's always fun. Lynette would like to know if she can get a general reading, please.
Absolutely. Lynette, a general reading. All right, so we have the King of Swords, which is a very masculine, analytical, and sometimes judgy energy. So with that, the masculine, so usually the men in your life, think of the one who is most in the forefront right now. They need a little bit of patience. They are just not, don't take anything they say seriously. It's their own problem. Like, no, stop taking it personally, sweetie. It's not about you. They need therapy. It's fine. Or a stiff drink, something.
Yeah.
2 of Pentacles, you need a lot more balance in your life, and figuring out where the imbalance is because people are pressuring you to do things to put more balance on one side than the other. So get a little bit more balance in your life. Learn how to say no. I'm so sorry, sweetie. And then we have the 10 of Wands, which means that you're struggling and you're moving forward with a heavy burden. But the thing about this card is that there's all this nature and beauty around you. So I want you just to stop and take care of yourself. And while the burden is heavy and hard, you need to remember that taking care of yourself is actually something that not only can be done, should be done on a regular basis. Thank you, Lynette.
And Lynette says, oh my God, they are spot on. So nice job. So I keep wanting to say something fun and then it goes away. So I'm hilarious tonight. We have about 4 minutes before we're done. Can we try to fit one more in?
Yes.
All right. Nancy asks, I'm looking to make a career change, looking for my purpose. Any ideas which direction I should go?
Ooh, Nancy, that is a really deep question. So we're going to see what preliminary, like, first steps you should take, because life's purpose is like a series of sessions. So let's see what first steps you can take to get you on the right direction so that you can discover this, because I think you need to be aware that is something that you can do. All right. So you are obviously not in the right place. You are not seeing any benefits, prosperity, or abundance. Absolutely true. That's where you're starting. You need a job that actually financially sustains you, which the current one is not doing it. And while it may be enough money, it doesn't feed your soul too. You need something that feeds your soul and your bank. You need to lean more into your intuition with this. What actually feels good to you? Also, what feels natural to you? You keep going, well, maybe if I learn a new skill, maybe if I do this, maybe if I do that. Go back to what actually is natural to you. If nurturing is natural, if math is natural, think about what actually happens naturally to you. And finally, fight for it. It's yours. You deserve happiness, but you're going to have to put a lot of effort into it. Don't overthink it. Go for it. Like, get some, you're hungry for it, and go get it, baby. It is yours. Follow your intuition and grab it.
And that seems to be probably the important message there is you have to fight for it. The other stuff can come, but it's just like, that's the thing that I think a lot of people, myself included, sometimes can get overwhelmed by, right? It's like, I'm trying, I'm still not making it, but you don't give up, right? That's the point.
Nope. Actionable steps. That's all you need. Actionable steps.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Now, once again, folks, you can, Nancy follows up by saying that she loves it, loves your energy. And you don't know she's not talking about me, Lily. All right, we know she's talking about you. So if you want a full reading, if you want to see more about the Samhain Symposium, which I'm sure it's its own site, but first of all, go to lilyofthelight.com. You can schedule a reading with them there. And if you do schedule a reading, please let them know that you heard about them through GhostBox Radio. You don't get anything for it, but just still let them know.
You get the zazzle. I know that you can handle all the attitude, so that is a huge plus. Like, I'm always authentic, but Greg gets the sass. Greg gets the sass.
This is the AM 950's hour of sass, is what we like to call it. Often I actually call this amateur AM, and not because of anything other than me running the board here. So that's just kind of how that works. But we're going to definitely have you on if you want to, so we can talk more about the Samhain Symposium, get people to drive people to the event, because it's going to be, it's a lot of love and care that goes into it. And it's certainly something that I think everyone will want. Lily, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun tonight.
So did I. Thank you for inviting me. And of course, anytime, Greg, when Greg calls, I answer, period, because he is just that fabulous. How can you say no? You can't.
You can't. Thank you very much. Don't forget, tomorrow we are talking about Aliens with Tom Conwell. Have a great night, everyone.
Standing Up to the Hatriots, the David Pakman Show, weekdays at 2 p.m. on AM 950 KTNF